All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. I hope all is well with everybody. So let me know that you can see my screen and hear me talking. I have got a phenomenal training today. One of you will be getting a listing from it in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'm pretty sure. At least you'll get a listing in the pipeline. You'll get somebody engaging you from what we're going to do today. So Cindy, I really want to see your feedback on this. I want to see you implementing what we're going to do because it's absolutely awesome. So, we got the listing presentation, all right? You can create this for a specific home like I did here. So we're featuring this Franklin Jones at 8567 Gold Lane, Folsom, California. All of that is on the cover. That's Franklin's home. And when I deliver this to him via text message, via email, when I print the PDF and I mail it or I door knock it, and he sees this, absolutely going to blow him away. This listing presentation is phenomenal. A lot of people will send it ahead of time. Typically what will happen is you send it ahead of time. If you do, you don't have to, but some people do. And they're going to go through it. They're going to look at it, but they're not going to get into a lot of details. Just right, it's 27 pages. 27 pages here. So they're going to look through it. And then when you get there and you've got the print version that you're going to leave with them so they can have a hard copy. They already got the link, so they have it on their phone. They have it on their laptop. Now they've got it everywhere. You're going to review it again with them. You're going to point out the fact that that is their home. You got the social media ready. You got the print marketing and the YouTube and the direct mail and the email. You got everything ready. And oh, by the way, did you notice that is your home, 8567 Gold Lane, worldsbestlisting.com. Sellers eat this up. They absolutely love being able to interact with their own single property website where they see their home on it. They see their address in the subject, in the domain, and that's automated. You can edit it, and I'll show you that a little bit later today. I showed them examples of my videos, my 3D tour. So many things you can do with this. So many things. They can scan the QR code. I definitely recommend that you take your phone out when you get to this page, scan the QR code with your phone, invite them to do the same thing. Now you've got their home's property website on their phone. So this presentation, I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing. I'm going to walk you through how to turn on or turn off the coming soon page while we go through this today. I like to have coming soon no matter what. Even if you don't do coming soon, I like to have it so I can talk about, we get the photos done, we get all the paperwork, any pre-inspections that may happen, and just the general getting ready to list your home. It adds a page. It allows you to talk about that part of the marketing and getting ready. So I like coming soon. And if you don't have it, I'll show you how to add it. Just listed, open house, active. Now they see their home pending. They see their home and it's in this marketing called pending. So psychologically, they are looking at you and they're thinking it through that you are going to get their home into contract. And it gets even better because now they're looking at this and going, wow, Cindy pretty much already has my home sold. Look, it's right there. Marketing to just sold. That's my home. That's Cindy's brand. All right. All the way through my client review website. If they want to take a look at that, right, they can click that right from the flip book. Right. They can go through here. Right. Take a look at all our phenomenal reviews that we've got from Testimonial Tree, from Zillow, from Google, from Facebook, you can add them from custom places. So that we're going to walk through a little bit today. And then I'm also going to walk through the 4 text sequence. I want everyone to send these text messages, these emails to all of the seller leads in your database. I've had people do this and they literally get a come list me call. So this text sequence that we're going to walk through, it'll leverage another presentation that we're going to add to our accounts today. And so we're going to add one here where this is just a home in my area. It's not an actual home, but it's like a representative of a home. So this is not for someone specifically. This is for my entire sales area. If I wanted to, I can create multiple ones for different sales areas, but having one for your main sales area, right? Instead of the address in the link, it says your NorCal home, worldsbestlisting.com. And so we're going to create this flip book today. And I'm going to show you the text message sequence, the email sequence, and the social media post sequence. There's 4 text messages. You're going to send them every 2 to 7 days. So it's either going to be like an 8 to 28 day sequence. Same with the emails, same with the social media post. They are designed to be sent out this week, or in the next few weeks. Every quarter, we take these and we kind of flip them a little bit so they're appropriate. For example, the summer selling season is coming up, right? That's the message that we're talking about today, and how price is important, but the marketing, the positioning of your home is even more important, because that will help to get the price that we want. So in lieu of that, we're going to be offering them the link to the flip book, and then we're going to offer to prepare this for their home specifically. So we're going to use the general version of our presentation as the honey, as the attraction, and then offer them that we can create this version for them, where it actually features their home. And anyone thinking about selling, they're going to respond to this. Sometimes they're going to say, yes, send it to me with my home in it. Sometimes they're just going to say, that's amazing. When can you come over? We can talk about listing my home. That makes sense? So first, let's create this for a specific listing presentation that we've got. And then we're going to do the second part, where we're going to create it to send out to our database via email, via social media, via text. Sound good? Everybody excited? So we log in, there's a pop-up. I'm going to go ahead and close that. I'm going to go to listings. And so anybody have a listing presentation coming up? Anybody? Who here has a listing presentation coming up? And who here maybe has used this in the past? Has anybody used the listing presentation from listings to leads? In your account, there is a tab called listing presentation. And here, we'll go through a little bit of this today, but here's the PDF. Here's a flip book. And this is good, but we're going to create one right now for a specific listing coming up. All right. Oh, Laura, you are going to love it when you use this. I'm telling you. Cindy, you love it, right? But Cindy, I'm glad you're here, because when I get to the second part of this, we talk about the text messaging, the emailing, and the social media post, the 4-piece campaign for each one of those, geared for the upcoming summer selling season. You're gonna love it. All right. So we got a listing presentation coming up. Hopefully it's not in the next 15 to 20 minutes, right? Too much stress. So do this maybe ahead of time, and come into add listing manual, status, listing presentation. All right. So status, listing presentation. Put in their first name. If you got the email on the phone, great. If not, don't worry about it. All you need is a seller name. Street address. City, state, zip. All right. For price, I just leave it blank or TBD. You don't have to put in the bedrooms and bathrooms, but if you want to, you totally can. Later, when I get the listing agreement signed, I'm just going to change this from listing presentation to just listed. And oh goodness. All right. Let me see. Wait, I'll fix that. Oh, what happened? Oh, all right. Hold on. Sorry, add listing manual. I don't know what happened. Listing presentation, seller's name, where it says seller's name. All right. Oh, everything's saved. Good. So street address, city, state, zip, like I was saying before. I added some of the basic features. If you want to throw in some property description, you can. You don't need to. Absolutely fine if you don't. Save and add photos. Now here you're going to need to add a photo of that home. I have got quite a few examples in the mastermind group and elsewhere of getting a Google Street View. So go to Google Maps, right? Find the property, Street View. Sometimes you can Google the property and find an image that you can use and this is not even the best image. I've had better images than this one, but it's better than what we saw before, because what I did is I threw this Google Street View into ChatGPT and I said, make this look like a professional real estate photo in landscape format and take out the cars. I don't need those cars. Boom. We're not using this photo in the MLS, so that it's AI generated. It's totally fine. It's absolutely fine. Let me see here if I got another example. Oh yeah, here's another example, right? Here's the home. And here's what it looks like. Now, if I was going to put this in my listing presentation, I might take out these trees. But again, I want to show their home so it looks phenomenal. I don't want to use crappy looking garbage photos. And so once I got my photo, I'm going to just upload it. And usually just Google the street address. A lot of times you're going to find something maybe on Zillow that you can use. You can find it on another website. All we're looking for is just a picture of the home. And if it looks like it can be improved, because sometimes maybe the photo on Zillow has a gray sky, it just doesn't look phenomenal. I want to look phenomenal. I want all my marketing to look phenomenal. So I just copy the image, throw it into ChatGPT, and I say, make the sky look blue, take out the trash cans, don't change anything else, leave everything else as it is, and you'll get a great photo in 30 seconds. And we're done. Save and check listing. And boom, it's going to take about a minute and a half to generate. You can see here, we got status, listing presentation, 121 Tomlinson Drive, Folsom, California. I got the landing pages ready, though I don't need the landing page for what we're going to be doing today. This will take about a minute and a half to 2 minutes to generate. And when it is generated, let me just show you so that we don't wait and just sit here and laugh at each other. I will show you another 8567 Gold Lane, Folsom, California. Status, listing presentation. So just like the one we just did, once it's ready, click on the street address. You don't need to sit there and watch it. You can just go do an ad, go do something else. Then later come back, click on the address, and there's your flip book. And if I click right here, here is the downloadable PDF. So I can download the PDF file, print it up. If I'm gonna bind it myself, I've got a couple of different binders. I've got a $50 spiral binder from Amazon, and then I got a $59 thermal binder. But I like spiral better. If you see here, here's spiral. Here's spiral bound. The reason I like the spiral, it's all personal preference. I just like it that it sits open easy. See this? It'll just sit open on the table. Versus if you do a thermal bind, right? So thermal, like it's cleaner, but then when it sits on the table, it can have a tendency to want to like close itself, especially if it's like a day or two old. This one is 3 months old and it's still, it's like very easily, it'll get ready to want to flip over and just close itself. Personal preference though, again, if you want to do thermal, phenomenal. If you're going to do spiral, great as well. So again, PDF, JPEG download, and then there's our flip book. So for the flip book, you can send this ahead of time. You can send this as part of hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday at 3 o'clock. I'll see you there. By the way, I'll be walking you through my 27 page branded, we don't say branded, my 27 page 100 point marketing plan to get your home sold, right? They got the link. You put the link in the text, you put the link in the email. Like I mentioned earlier, they're going to see it. They're going to be blown away. They're going to be looking at there's no other agent doing this, right? Most other agents, maybe they got a Canva thing. Maybe they do have the home on the cover. Do they have a domain like this? I don't think so, right? Do they have a domain with the street address? Do they have a scannable QR code where you can pull out your phone right during the presentation? This is so phenomenal. Talk about a great breakup in the presentation, right? You're sitting there, you're talking. Okay, yeah, okay, great, great. But then you pull out of that, pull out your phone and just be like, here, let me show you how this works. Scan it, show them, right? Hey, that's your home. And then invite them to do it. And man, once they do it and they got it on their phone, so powerful. And it took you what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes to create this thing. You spend as much time waiting for it to generate as you do putting it together. And it goes all the way through. And so again, right, coming soon. I like the coming soon, even if I don't do coming soon per se, because it's going to allow me to talk about the fact that we're going to get the photos all done. We'll do some light staging around, just make sure everything looks perfect, give you time to get things put away, right? So having this page allows me to talk to that. And then we are going to market your home, right? It'll come to market. It'll be just listed. We're going to have everything that you saw right there is going to get implemented. If you don't do open houses, that's fine. You can just say, we're not going to need to do an open house for your property, I don't think. If you do open houses, great. Talk about the open houses. And then hopefully after the house, average days on market is about 35 days. So we'll hope to start taking offers, after the first open house. Then we're going to get your home into contract. Sometimes you might call it active contingent. You call it under contract, whatever it is you call it. That's great. And just let them know. But hey, even when your home is in contract, we are not going to stop marketing your property until it is just sold. And as I mentioned to you before, not only will the visual, that step campaign, all the way from coming soon and what you're doing to get it ready and the open houses, taking the offers, getting into contract, and now we're going to get your home sold. And they see their home going through this process and you the one making it happen. They've interacted with it. They've seen the domains. They got the property website on their phone. You've got the listing. All right. You've got the listing. I've only heard one time where an agent didn't get the listing. And she said, well, it was because she was an out of area agent and the homeowner went with someone that was local to the neighborhood. But she goes, I can't believe it because I went through it and she loved it and it was great. And she was just all over it. Everything was good, but she went. And so anyways, one time I've heard that. And it was like I said, the agent was out of area. The homeowner went with someone that was like the local person for that area. What are you going to do? But 99 out of 100 times when you present this, you're going to win it. And I would make sure to you can present on your laptop or tablet, but I would also to make sure you want to print it up as well and make sure they have a copy. Worst case, if it all goes well, and for whatever reason you didn't print it, you didn't give them a copy, they didn't sign the listing agreement, but they say they want to or they are going to, I would print this up ASAP afterwards and drop it off or put it in the mail like for next day air, because it's important for them to have a physical copy, because I want it laying around on the kitchen table, on the dining room table, on the bedroom dresser, wherever it is, so they can see it. If they can just see how great this is and they can thumb through it, I mean, you're going to win. You're going to win a lot more listing presentations. And it's going to make your life a lot easier. You're not going to have to argue the commission as much. I had a client just telling me, she goes, Scott, 8 listings at a time normally. She's like, Scott, uh, I've been getting sellers arguing more like in the last year or two about commissions. Not surprising. And she said, so I've really gotten into leaning heavily into presenting this and really just, you know, leaning into it. And the commission debate doesn't come up as much anymore. And in fact, somebody yesterday said, the homeowner said, are you really going to do all of that for my home? And the agent said, yes, of course I am. That's why I'm showing it to you. All right. So the seller literally said, are you going to do all of that? So when that's the mind frame of these people, they're not sitting there. I mean, some of them are going to always do it, but a lot of people are going to be, they're going to be like, man, maybe I don't need to beat her up for, to go to 2.5 from 3. I know people that are at 4%, right? They present this and they start off 4% and they might go down to 3.5. But there are people getting 4% that are getting more commission from using this. All right. So more money, a lot easier, and you're going to have a happier seller. And Cindy, I think one of the things that you may have noticed, and I heard this from other people that use it, it also makes it look like you got a strong process. You're not all over the place with different sheets and different things happening. You got a 27-page presentation that, again, with everything else, all the other benefits, it's just like that process orientation. Like, man, this person, man, not only did they just blow me away, not only is that my home and my name, not only is that domain there and the QR code I can interact with, and they show their friends, right? The friend comes over, hey, check this out, boom. Yeah, this agent right here, Scott Pierce, man, he came over. I think we're going to be listing our house with him. Hey, scan the QR code, see what our home looks like on your phone. Right? So, any questions on this? Any questions? This is the easiest thing in the world. But here's the deal. This gets so much better because if it's true, all right, that putting this in front of sellers in a listing presentation, putting it in front of expired homeowners, we got the expired version, we got the canceled version, we've got the FSBO version. So we got these versions for all different niches. It is also true that if we can get this in front of our seller database, right? The seller leads, the homeowner leads, the contacts that are in our database, if we can get this in front of them in the right way, you're going to get engagement. You're going to get some sellers in your database raising their hand. And that's what I want to talk about right now. Ana Gonzalez, great question. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Let me show everybody right now. Let's take a little sidestep because there are 3 things that a lot of you probably want to know. How do I do the introduction? How do I add the coming soon, right? How do I add, or if you want, take out the coming soon? And then 3, how do I add my agent client reviews? And how do I add in ones that you don't even accept? So we're going to start there first on the client reviews. So from anywhere in your account, click on client review over here on the left, client review, and go to add reviews. And from here, you will go the green, add review, import. All right, add review, import reviews. And there's Zillow, Google, testimonial tree. I should have Facebook, but maybe this account's not connected, but you'll likely see Facebook. If you don't, you can ask support. But if I go add review manually, this is where like Real Satisfied or maybe just your agent website, right? Type it in or copy and just copy and paste it in. Put their name. You can put the source. You can put a link to the review if you want to, and you can change the date and so on. All right. And then that will just add that review to your website. And then you'll see here's my client review website. All your client reviews. And then it'll have, this is pretty editable. I'm not going to get into customizing it today, but there's a lot of customizations that you can do. If you go to website, for example, the header, right? I had that custom video of Dustin Fox talking. Click on edit. I can change the image or video that's at the top of it. I can change the text that was, right? Client reviews, local homeowners. Right? This right here, that text and that video are edited right here. So yeah, take a look at that. So that's your client reviews. That's awesome. Now for the coming soon, go to listings. I believe it's settings. And yeah, right there, I'm allowed to market coming soon listings. Even if you're not going to actually market coming soon, it's not going to do anything weird. So don't worry about it. So, but if you want that sheet, if you want that coming soon page in the presentations, and this will flow through all of them. This will flow through the listing presentation, the expired, the FSBO, the canceled. All right. So these changes will flow through all of them. So if you want coming soon, like I recommended, just check that right there, write that box and click save. And then lastly, for the introduction, listing presentation, print, and introduction. And you can copy and paste. It can be only 1,200 characters long. And I've actually got a prompt somewhere in the mastermind group. In fact, do you guys see this? One of our clients, 16 listings in 2 weeks. This was just from Monday. So on Monday, we're on a call going over the expired training that we do 4 times a week live. This guy, towards the end of the call, Scott, I've got 16 listings. Well, he says, I said something, and he goes, yes. And then he goes, 16 listing in 2 weeks. And I'm sitting there talking on the Zoom. I'm like, dude, there's no way you got 16 listings in 2 weeks. And he's like, yes, I did it. He's a single agent, not a 10 agent team. And I'm interviewing him tomorrow. So I can't wait. And 5 were expireds. And so anyways, this is phenomenal. I can't wait. Whoever has gotten 16 listings in 2 weeks, right? That is nuts. But I'm going to give you introduction prompt. I think I've got it right here. Oh, that's such a great video or great post. Oh yeah, that's a really good one. But here we go. If you want to use this, you can. You don't have to. It's just a prompt to give you a great introduction that goes into all of these flip books, right? So the flip books here, remember, right? The cover, and then on the inside cover would be your introduction. So the link I just put into the chat, if you click on it, it will give you a little bit of intro about it. And then in the school classroom is where the full prompt is. You just take it, copy it, drop it into ChatGPT, put your current bio underneath, let it run, and you'll get a really, really powerful introduction that you can then take, do some slight edits, put it in your own words, make sure that it's representative of you, and then drop it in, get that in there. I think it's very powerful to have that introduction. You're still going to have a cover letter, right, when you mail or door knock with these things, but having the introduction there, I think is just very powerful. So yeah, take a look at that. And now let's do this. Let's take a look at this idea of a 4-text, 4-email, 4-social media drip campaign for all the seller leads in our database. Where do you get a Real Satisfied survey? Oh, I have no idea. I mean, Real Satisfied is a company that you can connect with and they help you like get reviews. Testimonial tree, just use your Google page, use Zillow, right? Realtor.com collects reviews. So there's a lot of these review websites. And so you just copy and paste it. Okay. Most seller leads do not convert the week they come in, right? Tell me something I don't know, right? It's unfortunate, but they don't. That does not mean they are bad leads. It just means they're early. And so what we want to do is that's why we do follow up, right? We do email follow up. We might do AI text follow up. We do phone calls once in a while. Maybe, maybe not. Probably a lot of you are not. You need to be. Regardless, we are going to, and this really came from a client who did this kind of on her own. And she told me, she's like, oh my God, Scott. She goes, I sent out a text. The first one right here is all she did. She got 2 listings from it, from her database, from one text. 2 listings from one text. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, you know what? I get it. I can see why. And so I said, well, let me come up with a few more because we know, a one-off is never phenomenal. So I came up with a 4 text sequence, 1, 2, 3, 4. I then was like, well, okay, if it's so good on text, why not do it in email? So I came up with a corollary emails that go along with the 4 text messages. And I was like, well, if text and email are so good, what's wrong with social media? And there's nothing wrong with social media. So I came up with the 4 post version of this for your social media, whatever that means. Facebook post, awesome. You can do something kind of similar for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. So 1, 2, post 2, post 3, post 4. And the idea is all you have to do is just copy and paste. It's not that hard. So text number 1, all of you have a CRM. Cindy, what's your CRM? Like if you're using Go High Level, phenomenal, bold, follow up boss, you can send a text out of any CRM, I think. Is there a CRM that you can't send a text out of? Maybe there is, but most of them, FUB about to be Lofty. Okay. Yeah. And both FUB and Lofty, you can do this. So Cindy, what you're going to do is if you want to set up a campaign, go for it. What I want you to do right now today, like even while we're talking together, is I want you to get ready and just copy this. You're going to copy this. You're going to drop it into Lofty. You're going to drop it into Follow Up Boss. This is not in school, Laura. Do you have let me give you the link. Private only me. Oh, link. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. Anyone with the link. And done. I apologize. Let me know if this link now works. Give me 1 second. All right. You should tell me if it's only view only. I don't want people editing this. So let me know if it's view only. And what you can do is you might be able to go to file, make a copy if you want to put a copy on your computer that you can edit. Make sense? So somebody let me know one of 2 things. Do you see it? And then secondly, can you save it? Can you click file, make a copy? And I will give it a name. Well, I guess I'll give it a name later. No, you don't want, I'm not going to give you edit access. You're going to go file, make a copy. Then I think you can edit it. Yeah, no, I don't want you editing it. So that's good. Okay. Yep. And, or you can just go, select all copy, put it in a Word doc, put it in a sheets, put it in whatever you want. Right. If you got a notepad, you want to put it in, do that. So, but okay. So you've got access to this now. Perfect. The problem is that domain, you don't want to use that link. That link is going to one of my flip books, not yours. So we're going to fix that right now. Hopefully this is working. maybe coming off of this. But anyways, that goes to, if I just do this, let's try this. That was pretty quick a little earlier. Let me try visit URL. All right, we'll come back to that in a minute. That should, we saw all those links before, right? So we just walked through, if you think about it, right? If you remember back just a few minutes ago, we walked through adding this 121 Tomlinson Drive, Folsom, California. It was Cindy Kipling's house, right, at 121 Tomlinson Drive in Folsom. And I think something's wrong with my computer, or something is wrong. Let me see. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. Give me a second. All right, let me refresh. Let's see if our connection is good. The connection is good. All right, so what I was mentioning before is, a little bit earlier, we created 121 Tomlinson Drive, the listing presentation. And right, so landing page, flip book. So here's the flip book that'll be ready. Oh, because I changed something, that's fine. But now this is for a specific property. I want one for my general sales area that I can send to all of the leads in my database, to include this text message that we're looking at right here. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. So again, we just added a listing presentation for a specific listing presentation we're going on. But I want to have that same presentation to send to everybody. Does that make sense? So we're going to create one right now that I can send to everybody in my database and to post on social media. So go add listing manual, just like before. Just listed, listing presentation, same as before. But now we don't have a seller, do we? There's no seller, so we're going to leave that blank. And in headline, the 100 plus point marketing plan to get Northern California homes sold. So put that in the headline. I just dropped it. And of course, you're not going to put Northern California. You're going to put your sales area. All right. So Cindy, in Southeast Texas, Houston Metro, whatever. Street, a beautiful home. Just follow me here. And then for street, a beautiful home. City, Northern California. You don't even need to understand it. You don't even need to get it. Just do what I said. A beautiful home under street, and then your main sales area again under city. So far, let me know if this is all very clear so far. If any of you are doing it, let me know if you're doing it. That'd be phenomenal. If you're just watching, let me know, okay, I get it. And that makes sense, because everything is going to look perfect on the flipbook and in the PDF. All right. I'm actually going to uncheck separate listing address with comma. Either way, it's not going to be a big difference. Save and add photo. City and state. 95630. I forgot about that. On the listing presentation, you got to put state. So put Northern. All right. I'm going to put Northern California in 2. All right. Save and add photos. Here, let me come back to AI. So what I do, I don't want to use an old photo of a sold home. I don't want to use a photo of someone's actual home. I don't want to use a photo of a stock image, right? That's got no personality. What I recommend that you do whatever you want. But this is an actual listing photo of a listing somewhere in the country that I like. I'm like, hey, this would be a great image for my presentation. But I can't steal someone else's photo. I can't, and I don't want to use someone's house, right? That's just, that's kind of weird. So I throw it into ChatGPT, And I just go, can I get this image, but shot from the front, more heads on, change the color of the home, the entryway, change the landscaping, change the trees, add a porch. So, I kind of look at it and go, ooh, that'd be nice with a porch. Add a porch, change the windows and window treatment and chimney and roof color, but so that everything is appropriate for Southwest Connecticut. So, I still, for for Southeast Houston or for Baton Rouge, right? I wanted to make sure it's got the character of my area. You don't want it looking like Las Vegas or California or New York, right? Everywhere's a little bit different. And from that, it gave me this gorgeous photo that I'm going to use in this presentation. Does that make sense? I want a gorgeous photo that when people see this, they go, "Oh, that's a beautiful house. I wonder where it is." I mean, where they know it's in Southwest Connecticut. They know it's in their area, and they're kind of wondering, like, is that near Whitney Oaks or is that near Granbury Circle? Like that looks so familiar, and that's what we want. We want it to be aspirational. I don't want it to be. I don't want to be a $4 million, $3 million, even a $2 million home. That's going to be a little bit intimidating for a lot of the people. So I like to, I like aspirational, something in the top, something at like 120 to 140% of median. So, if your average home sale is 700, find a $800,000-900,000 home to do this idea with. Make sense? Because then we're going to add the photo that we create. All right, we're just going to add the photo. Easy, easy, easy. I don't know if I got that exact one uploaded. If not, I'll just use that one. And then just like before, we're done. We're just going to click. We're going to wait a minute and a half. That link will be ready. And while we're waiting for that link to get ready, I'll just go back and I'll look at one of my older ones, right? Save and check listing. Boom. All right. It's going to take a few minutes to generate, but we'll go back and look at an old one. So I got a beautiful home, Northern California. And you'll see here, beautiful homes, Placer and El Dorado County. Same thing. And there's my landing page. There's my flip book. There's my property website. So we're going to use for these text messages, these emails, and these social media posts, the flip book and the property website are going to be the two things used. So our flip book is right here. Our property website is right here. And the property website link, look at that, yournorcalhome.worldsbestlisting.com. So that's already done. That's already phenomenal. That we're going to just use that link directly. If you need to, if you want to edit that single property website URL, and you can do this for any of your listings, right? Regular listings. Under edit, just go to domain. And then right here, there's that little edit pencil. So if it says something weird like a beautiful H or, like an incomplete word that it gets stopped at, before you use it, so don't do any marketing yet, just, before we do anything, just edit that part right there. Because again, similar to the short URL for the flip book, similar to other things, I want that domain to be clean. I want that to look hot. Your NorCal home, worldsbestlisting.com. Because when they see that, what are they going to be thinking? Right? Cindy, I would do your HOU, your Houston area home, right? It can be a little bit longer than what you might normally use, but that's fine because it's just a vanity URL. We just want them looking at that URL and going, wow, this is really powerful. This is, they're reading it, or you could even do so they're reading it like my Houston home or my Houston area home dot America's best listing. You get it? How powerful that is? So again, under edit domains, you can do that right there. Super easy. But for the flip book, there's one more step, right? Because if you remember that text message, it says tiny URL, placerhomes.com. And it's linking to this right here. right? It's linking to my flip book. Well, because I don't want to send a long URL in a text message. So tiny URL, you can use Bitly. There's other services out there you can use, and just paste in the link. Long URL. That's my long URL. Boom. And I can right here, check this out. I can go my Houston home plan, or I could do my home MKTG plan. Just something to make it look a little bit clean. And then when you click the green shorten link button, you're going to have that link. It's going to be beautiful. You can do it on Bitly. You can do it on Tiny. I'm sure there are other programs out there. Dawn. Bingo. Exactly right. If you want to do, you could create 2 or 3 versions of this. I could do one for Placer County. I could do one for El Dorado County. I could do one for Sacramento County, or I could do one for Whitney Oaks if it's big enough, right? Get a nice so example, Dina, what I would do, I would grab a photo of a home in the area, do exactly what I did, run it into ChatGPT, whatever program you want, change the color, change the window treatment, change the entryway, change the landscaping, but still make it appropriate for a $900,000 home in the Whitney Oaks area of Folsom, California. Do you see what I did there? Can you use your own domain? Yeah. Laura, actually, one of 2 things. One is either if you got like GoDaddy, just forward the GoDaddy link to the flipbook or the single property website. That'd be the easiest. You can get in here. I'm not going to go through it today, but get with our support team if you want to change the DNS records and all of that. You can do that account level wide. So in your entire Listings to Leads account, you can use your own custom domain, and you can also do it at the URL level. But it's just easy if you want to do that. Just GoDaddy forward and drop in the flipbook link. Make sense? Laura, does that help you out with that question, Laura? Okay. So we got our tiny URL, which in my case was, yeah, perfect. Awesome. So we got the flipbook we're going to use for all of those seller leads on my database. We got the tiny URL or the Bitly that looks really hot, right? Tiny URL Placer Homes. Boom. Love it. And I'm just going to text it out. Your goal should be in the next 30 minutes to get this text message out to your entire database. Your goal is not to spend 3 days setting up a campaign. You can just do this right now. Just send this text out to your database as soon as that link is ready. If you're not sure if it's the right link, post it into the mastermind group, and I'll let you know if it's the right link. Again, Bitly, Tiny, both of them you can do this idea with. And then the idea is, hey, in a couple of days later, 2 to 7 days later, if there's no response, it's going to be this text message. So what I would do is I would set this up in my CRM ASAP, send it, and then most CRMs will let you then add an action and then, wait 5 days, send out the next one. But I wouldn't worry about building the whole thing out and then sending the first one, because it's going to just put you back further and further and further. And that's just the property website link. Like you know where that is. We literally just talked about that. Correct? Everybody here is comfortable? Back in this section right here, right? And let me start over. In fact, let's go back and look at the one that we just did. So we just added this one, a beautiful home, Northern California. I click on the, where the street address would be, or the title, right? And here's our flip book. That's the flip book. We literally just did that a few minutes ago together. And property website. Here's that property website. And so you see here, right here, it says a beautiful 36. That's what I was talking about earlier. So, I mean, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but if I go to domains, edit, my NorCal home is the best listing. Right. And now when I click on property website, now when I look at that flip book, look at that. My NorCal home is the best listing.com. There's just something psychological about having that, having them say that in conjunction and context of it being in our marketing. Right? We're talking them up, we're building them up, we're getting them excited. So that's why these little things, to me, it matters. Plus, that domain, I'm going to use this domain for the next year, for the next 2-3 years. So I'm going to get a lot of use out of that domain. All right. So that's going to go in text number 2, right? The right link for the single property website. So that's text number 2. That's just going to go out a few days later. And then text number 3, same link as in the first one. And then text number 4, we're just offering to send them a hard copy. So here's our marketing plan. Here's the property website. Would you like to get a custom version for your home? Would you like a hard copy? Would you put in zip? Don't worry about it, because I mean, you got to put what I do. I just put in the most expensive zip code in the area, but it's not going to show anywhere. So the zip code is not going to show in the presentation itself anywhere. So yeah, just put in something decent. Yeah. All right. Now we got the email. It's the same thing. It's the same exact link. All right. So take the email. There's your subject line. I wouldn't copy the first name, because you're going to have that already in your CRM, right? Every CRM is going to be different. So I wouldn't copy that part, but just copy this, drop it into Follow Up Boss, change the domain, send it out. And if you want to edit, don't forget, right? City. There's a city here. So change that to Folsom, Northern California, Greater Houston, Whitney Oaks, whatever that should be. But right, and I try to keep it as minimal as possible, because I know some people are going to miss that. They're going to send this, and it's going to say city in the email they send out. But please note it says city. That's meant to be, again, the main sales area. Email number 2, just like text number 2, it's got the property website link. The best. Oh man, it's so funny. The best. I got 2 L's somehow. That's so funny. How do I get 2 L's in there? Oh, it goes to the right thing. Oh, that's funny. I'll fix that later. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Email 3, again, just like the text message, a link back to the flip book. Right? We're linking to the flip book. Yeah, redirecting. That'll come up. And I put agent name or agent signature. Obviously, you're going to use yours, so take that out. Email number 4. Again, we're just essentially offering to get a print copy, a hard copy, over to them. And then the last are the social media posts. So same idea. I'm going to take this post. We'll actually do it together. I'm going to take that post. I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to click to my group or my page or whatever. I'm going to drop that in. And then I'm going to go grab the link. For a Facebook post, I don't need the short link, do I? If I want to, I can, but it's not needed. You want to see it? Click below. You could have left the text as it was and not put a link. You can edit it however you want. You can do whatever you want with it, but the key is just do it. And I can even put Attention, fulsome homeowners. I don't think I can do, yeah, perfect. I like doing bold. And again, hey, if I want to add in some, never, what's that? Oh man. Anyways, my point is, yeah, if you want to edit this in any way, of course you can. And I'm gonna say here, click below and comment custom to get one featuring your home. It could, yeah, it could. And something like this could also be good for retargeting. So let me show you here. If I take, and here, I'll show you something else. So if I take that and I go listings, listing presentation, Facebook and Instagram ad. All right. It's on video views. So I can leave it at video views. If you know how to do retargeting and stuff, video views can be very powerful because anybody that watches like 30 seconds of the video, or I'm sorry, 3 seconds of the video gets added to the retargeting audience. But I could also run it I could retarget to a custom audience. So if I got a custom audience of all of my database leads, and maybe I got a list from my title company of all the homeowners in the area, and I uploaded it as a custom audience in Facebook. So you can see I'm just editing it real quick just to make sure it's good. All right, so you'd edit it however you think it looks good. So I can do video views with a video. I could also do lead ad. Right, like first I gotta, anyways, copy and paste it. So do your objective first, drop in the text. Location, you could either do location like this, or you could leave location blank and come down to, where is advanced options? Custom audience. So I can select a custom audience. So I can say L to L sellers, right? It's more of a seller audience type of thing. And even here, I can go daily budget $2, or I can run a $2 a day budget to a custom audience of all the seller leads on my database. Wondering, how would you market after all the pump up from open house listing? Yeah, can we put these in Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, so Facebook Marketplace can be a little bit dicey only because you don't want to get kicked out, right? Sometimes they call it like spam links or whatever. So you just for Facebook Marketplace, it's almost like user beware. It's easy to get kicked off, and I never want to be the reason why you got banned from Facebook Marketplace. That's why I don't do a lot of training on how to take advantage of it. A lot of people use our stuff to do it. I mean, I know a lot of people, they put the link to the property website because of all the lead capture on the property website. So yeah, you can try it, but again, be contextual, right? Know your audience. So you're going to want to frame it in a way that makes sense. All right. Ashley, so right now, yeah, we're going to be done here in about 1 minute for the webinar. So I won't have a lot of time to get into a question like that, Ashley, but for sure, get into the mastermind group. In fact, someone just posted something kind of similar in the mastermind group the other day where they had a stale listing. If you go to the mastermind group, just scroll down for a few posts, and I think you'll probably find it. Got quite a bit of engagement from it for sure. Is this the Pat Morgan? Or is this somebody new Pat Morgan? Or are you the 15-year L to L client Pat Morgan? And Pat Morgan. Let me see. Oh, should be working. Pat Morgan. Pat Morgan dot free home values now. I mean, I don't know if that's your, yeah. So what's wrong with it? Does it not work or something? I mean, it looks like it's working. Yeah. And this is, again, post on the mastermind group. If you're, you go to support and they give you some kind of weird answer about something or you're not sure, just post in the mastermind group. I usually see things if you tag me with any address. Well, let me see. I don't know about any address. 121 Tomlinson. Actually, let me do one. I know that always works. Are you in Wisconsin by chance? I know Wisconsin is nuts with this, just because the way they do their submission of the county and all of that. DFW, yeah, I would think it'd be fine. 790 and let's see. It should work. I mean, I've not heard it from anybody. Yeah, right there. 2,000,02422. All the nearby homes, right? Home prices, average, questions. Yeah. Yeah, if there's something not in Dallas, that's kind of weird. Have you the last thing I would say is ask support to check an address for you, maybe, right? Get an address, get a good one that you know is on Zillow, that's got a Zestimate on Zillow. Maybe it's on your website, and then send that address to support and have them just double check it. But yeah, no, it looks right. Mine did that this AM too, but I thought it was because it was 1 year old. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it's got like 90% of all homes in the US. If it's new construction, most of it just depends on the data that the county provides, whatever source that is. Yep. But it is working, right? All right. But what I want you to concentrate on is not the lemons, but the lemonade. So all of you got the idea. Send one text message out this afternoon. If you get stuck with the one text message, I don't want you setting up a campaign. I don't want you setting up, this beautiful email stuff. Just get one text message out. If you can do that, see if you can get that first email sent. Text one, email one. And if you can do both of those, consider text one, email one, and social media post number one. Right. And again, you can just put comment plan, or you can do like I did and just say, click below and comment custom if you'd like to see your home featured in my marketing plan. Right. They're meant to be ready to use as is, but they're also meant to be edited, because I want your local flavor. You can add something specific to your area, right? But it's the link and having 4 text messages, 4 emails, and 4 social media posts. And every quarter, we're going to repeat this. So for 1 week, every quarter, this similar idea of a campaign is going to be going out. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate your time, as always. If anybody has the question or anything for me, do you need the link to this sheet right here? Karen, this link? Oh, that was funny. The little green thing went. Oh, that's so weird. Let me try it again. Share. Anyone with the link? Oh, copy link. I hit done before. 1 second. Boom. All right, Cindy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Cindy, I want to hear from you. You can FB message me a little bit later after you send it out. I want to hear your feedback. For everybody else, same way in the mastermind group. Also, yeah, any questions, get into the mastermind group and just ask. I'm there for you. Okie doke. All right, super. All right, everybody, be good. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.